Hi Virgo. As I was tuning into you guys, I saw you were sitting in the center of a temple and you were marinating in your own energy field. And you had been sitting there for a very long time. And as you were sitting there, the seasons outside the temple were changing, and you were silent, and you were in the center of the temple. And a golden light began to emanate from your being, and it began to grow and grow, and it started to pour out of the temple and to the people who were outside of the temple. And the people outside of the temple were connecting to this light, but they were smelling the light that was coming from you. This light had an aroma. It had a fragrance, a beautiful fragrance. And these beings began to come into the temple. They began to sit inside the temple, and they had been outside in shops and doing all these different things, and they had dropped everything they were doing to come inside, and they began to sit with you. And within this space, all that you were doing was honoring your temple, honoring your light, and allowing that to flow forth. You were not trying to connect with the beings. You were not trying to emanate the light, but it was the natural occurrence of what was arising for you through you honoring your temple and sitting and being with your own self and tuning into your own orbit and allowing that energy to permeate, but not because it was out of effort for some sort of outcome. It was simply because you were honoring your being. And in that honoring, it was affecting all of these beings that were outside of the temple and drawing them in. So as you begin to move through these energies that are arising for you, through your transformation, through you honoring your being, and through you moving forward in your light, it will be through this energy that is allowing the doors to open for you of expansion that have been limited by simply your own thoughts in many ways and your own ideas of how things are supposed to be. And so there is a energy of surrender that is happening now, which is being experienced through a softness and through grace. And through this energy arising, what it's also bringing for you is an understanding of your light and that connection of your light manifesting into matter. So these are part of the energies for you here. And there is a completion that is happening as well. When it comes to a closing of emotional and mental thought patterns that have not been serving you, because you are moving forward in the energy of the Hierophant and the Star, your divine work embodied in being a clear and open channel for your work to come through without limiting yourself to mental patterns and stimuli and energies around you that constrict this force in some way. And this is also an energy of the devil here, of opening the space to reveal your light so that you can move freely and relaxed within your being. So your gifts can come through fully, and so that you are also supported and feel supported and become supported on the material as well. And this will be you primarily honoring your clear channel, moving as the Hierophant and sharing your being in a way that is free, in a way that's open, and with a cultivation from your previous lifetimes that have been cultivating, that have been growing, that have been bringing these energies forward for you to bloom in this lifetime with all of that knowledge that has momentum coming from the past, bringing you into a space of completion from past disappointments and traumas, and your being moving forward outside of the realm of blame. So there is a lot of healing that is going on in order for you to move forward in this light of the star. So as these older energies for you that have been limiting for your spirit, and you have now outgrown them, you are deepening and abiding in the temple, in your temple, through honoring, through seeing what is not true. And as this comes to a close, you open yourself to be a complete, clear conduit with your gifts flowing out in a way that is unhindered, where you feel supported, where you feel held by grace. All right, Virgo, I will pull more cards for you in your extended reading, and we will go deeper into the energies there. All right, bye, Virgos.